Hi, I'm Colleen. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are returning, I'm so glad you're back. And if you're new, welcome. If you like what you see today, I hope you give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. So today we're going to talk a little bit about our unusual circumstances. And if that sounds interesting to you, stick around. So I've spent a lot of time trying to figure out this video. Everything's a little bit different right now. Everything's a lot different right now. I thought about posting a Homeschool 101 video. But then after a lot of thought, I realized that this really isn't your typical homeschooling situation. You know, families who choose to homeschool spend a really long time thinking about it. They plan curriculum, they connect with other homeschoolers, they plan lots and lots of activities. Most homeschoolers actually aren't home for very long. They're busy out doing stuff and with other people. So this situation is completely different from that. Kids are not doing the things that they normally do, so now they're feeling cranky and having a hard time adjusting to a new schedule, and so are we as the parents. So really, this is not homeschooling at all. You're not following a curriculum that you want to follow. You've come mid-year into your child's learning experience, and you're left to figure it out, a lot of it out on your own. And if your school district is actually providing some kind of enrichment or some academic, some distance learning, then it's a different experience altogether for your children as well, because this isn't how school is supposed to be. So I want to offer a little bit of encouragement for you while you're in this difficult and unusual time for all of us. If you get anything done during this time, if you get any kind of learning done, know that that's a wonderful thing, that you should be proud that you get something done. So, what advice do I have for you to help you survive this time and to help you and your children to have a semblance of order? My first recommendation is to create a routine, a flexible schedule, something that gives your children an indication of what's going on during the day, and post it someplace so your family can see it. It helps a lot to know what to expect, especially when you're in a time where things are really unsure. And then you have to be willing to let it change, because your mood and your children's mood will dictate what kinds of things you're able to do. It's okay if you don't feel like getting stuff done. It's okay to decide to not do the lesson that you planned or the virtual field trip that you planned. That's okay. Be flexible. Another one of my tips is to recognize that academics don't always come from books. Playing a board game, playing card games, those types of things are also academic. They teach a lot of skills in a fun, interactive way, and it gives you the opportunity to connect together as a family. So your academic time might actually include playing Monopoly for a little while, or it may include playing card games with your family. We're learning how to take turns, we're learning to count money, we're learning all sorts of skills in that time period. It's okay to enjoy your time with your kids. Don't feel the pressure to get it done. Establish rules for when and where you can work. So you might insist that everybody work together in common areas. I know multiple families that have decided that, but you might not be able to do that. In my house, it doesn't work for everybody to work in the same room. So my kids are all set up in different places. My husband's set up in one place because he's working from home. And for me to set up this video, I've had to escape into somebody's bedroom and set up a makeshift filming area. So you have to be flexible about what your rules are for where everybody is going to work. That means also for me, in my house, with the setup that we have where everybody's in a different place, that means that I have to monitor what kids are doing by walking around the house. And that means that kids have a lot of time where they're not doing what I want them to do. It's a lesson in learning to be independent learners. There's so much that they're learning that's outside of academics. My kids have spent a lot of time cooking and baking. They've spent a lot of time playing together. They're very different ages and they have all sorts of different interests, but this time has forced them to learn how to cooperate with each other. And that's something that we might not be able to do otherwise. Also, just be gentle with yourself and your kids and know that you are doing your absolute best every day. You are trying to survive. And it's okay if things didn't go the way that you planned. It's okay for you to change things. It's okay for your schedule to change. You need to do what you need to do in order to get through this. So I also recommend finding time for yourself. So for me, that looked like having a virtual cocktail party with my friends on Zoom last night, which was such a great experience. It was so good to see other people besides my family, and it was so good to have some laughs. It's not the same, of course, as having a party or going to dinner or going out for drinks, but it was a great opportunity to just relax a little bit and to let loose and have fun. And your kids need that too. Your kids need time to relax and play games and do mindless things sometimes, something to distract them from what's going on right now. So your experience right now is not what true homeschooling is. Right now we are doing school triage. Welcome to the world of school triage. We are piecing together a curriculum and experiences for our kids. We had to hit the ground running, and we had to pick up where they left off midway through their school year, and we might not have been prepared. And now you're starting up in the middle of everything and having to create a whole new schedule and a whole new way of interacting as a family. Now you're asking your kids to see you also as the educator and not just as the parent. And that's a hard transition for you and for them. So don't be surprised if they push back a little bit because they don't want to do what you're asking them to do. Homeschooling traditionally doesn't look like that, though. Homeschooling means that we have already planned and organized a curriculum. Homeschooling means that the kids have already been prepared for the fact that mom or dad or both will be their teachers. So give yourself a little bit of a break here and know that if you get anything done, anything at all, then that's wonderful. Remember that homeschooling looks different than this. This isn't homeschooling. This is school triage, right? There's got to be some other name for this because this is not homeschooling. So I just want to encourage you that anything that you're doing with your kids right now is fantastic. If you're making it through your day, that's wonderful. Just love your family. We're all trying to figure out a new way to live through this different world, a different experience. So I hope I gave you some encouragement today. Leave a comment below and let me know what kinds of videos you're looking for to help you get through a quarantine time or some encouragement that you would like. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you want more of this type of content, please consider subscribing. I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye now.